So I played Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion for the first time, but just not in the typical way. The original version of the game came out on March 20, 2006, and while I was around and gaming then, I never actually had the chance to play the original. I became familiar with the Elder Scrolls series after putting countless hours into Elder Scrolls 5 SKYRIM, which came out later in 2011.
Hey, you! Finally awake.
I became a fan of the series, despite not playing any of the other ones. But today, that will change. We will finally have a chance to play another game in the series, and what better way to do it than with the release of Oblivion Remastered on April 22, 2025. Here's how my first few hours trying it for the first time went. The game opens up with an introduction by the Emperor of all of Tamriel, where all the Elder Scrolls games takes place. While delivering an absolutely stunning cinematic of the world we are about to explore, not even 10 seconds into the game, the Emperor immediately proceeds to tell us that he is going to die. And he saw it in a dream. Oh, and apparently my character just so happened to be in that dream as well. We choose the High Elf race, the same race we chose when we played Skyrim for the first time, and finally get a chance to step out into the world, starting with a prison cell. Moments later, the Emperor from the introduction cinematic conveniently enters my prison cell of all places and reiterates he's really about to die out here. Basically, there's a group of assassins that are currently chasing him, which led him to a secret escape route that just so happens to go through our prison cell. So I guess we'll just casually follow them, cause why not? We go through some secret tunnels before running into some more assassins, where I learn how to loot items, one of them being a rusty iron dagger. They end up splitting up with me, but another very convenient hole appears in the wall, and we separate from the Emperor while getting ambushed by rats.
Okay, what is even hitting me? Look at these rats, bro. Get off of me, man.
From this point on, we start learning how to survive on our own. We learn how to fight, cast spells, attack stealthily, and do a quick fit check. As we make our way through the tunnels, we run into the Emperor again.
Whoa, whoa, what did I just walk into? Is that the Emperor?
This time, him and his bodyguards, known as the Blades, are a lot more receptive to keeping me around, as he puts every last bit of trust in me to protect him, being the face that he saw in his dreams. I then get to choose my birth sign, which increases our character's attributes in multiple areas. So I choose to go with the Thief, which increases agility, luck, and speed by 10 points each, making my character a sneak legend. We fight alongside the Blades against the assassins, but in the middle of fighting them, the Emperor proceeds to start yapping.
We're in the middle of fighting, bro.
The Prince of Destruction and his mortal servants. He must not have the Amulet of Kings.
He gives me the Amulet of Kings and tells me to bring it to a man named Joffrey, I hope I said that correctly, who apparently knows where the Emperor's last son can be found. Then he entrusts us with finding Joffrey, finding his son, and closing the gates of Oblivion before getting absolutely smoked.
Yo, I was trying to save him!
With the bodyguards, we defeat all the remaining assassins and speak to one of the Blades named Boris, who tells us how to get out of the sewers and find Joffrey. He then lets us choose a class for our character, and we go for a scout that specializes in speed and endurance. And just in case you were wondering, you're under no circumstances allowed to loot the Emperor after he dies. After fighting through some goons and goblins in the sewers, we finally make it out into the real world of Cyrodiil. I take a quick look at the world map to see where we need to head to next to find Joffrey, and I quickly realize we're able to quick travel straight there. And so we pull up to meet Joffrey and bring him the Amulet of Kings, and he tells us about a man named Martin. Martin is the king's son, who we need to look for next. We need to bring Martin the Amulet of Kings so that he can proclaim the throne and become the new emperor. And so we set out to find Martin, who is located in the city of Kvatch. As soon as we reach the outskirts of the city, the environment doesn't look too promising.
Come on, run while there's still time.
A citizen of the city runs up to us and informs us that the gates to Oblivion opened up right outside the walls of the city, and Daedra and other creatures from the Oblivion world invaded and attacked the city. In search of Martin, we check out the gates for ourselves. We meet up with one of the guards named Savlian Matthias, and we ask him what we can do to help him and his people. Then he immediately proceeds to send us into the fiery Oblivion gate after just meeting him.
Okay, brother, I've been playing the game for like 5 minutes, and you're already sending me into the Oblivion?
And so we enter into the gates of Oblivion anyways, so that we can save Martin, and we're met with nothing but fire, lava, demons, and diabolical work. Literally. We are greeted by another guard named Elend Vonius, who helps us fight off the Daedra pulling up on us. He tells us that his captain and all the other guards were taken to the big menacing tower in the middle, and that we need to go save him. He gives us the option for him to go back through the Oblivion gate to safety, or to come along with us to the tower, and we choose for him to accompany us, which unfortunately does not end too well for him.
Whoa, was that you? No, my guy. No.
He did have a nice steel longsword though. We defeat some more Daedra and traverse the landscape before finally making it to the tower. Fighting through some more Daedra, we finally reach the captain. He tells us that we need to reach the top of the tower to the sigil keep, where there is a sigil stone. He tells us to remove it in order to close the Oblivion gate.
Remove it, and the gate will close. Hurry! The keeper has the key. You must get the key.
So we make our way to the top of the tower, fighting through the enemies trying to stop us. We grab the sigil stone to close the gate, and everything begins to explode, sending us out of the Oblivion realm and closing the Oblivion gate. We return to Savli and Matthias to inform him of the good news, and we siege together into Kvatch to retake the city and find Martin. We clear out some Daedra before reaching the chapel where Martin was said to be located as a priest, where we run into some other guards and civilians who were able to survive the attack. One of them turned out to be Martin. We tell Martin about his relation to the Emperor and convince him to come with us to meet with Joffrey and take the Amulet of Kings and retake the throne as the heir.
Lead on.
As we make our way back there, we are greeted with some civilians in panic and Daedra coming after them.
They're killing everyone at Waynon Priory.
Wait, why is the Daedra just waiting for us to have this conversation?
It turns out the assassins were drawn to this location by the amulet, and they're coming after it and Martin. We clear out the assassins and take their money, before checking up on Joffrey, who is getting attacked in the chapel.
Dang, Martin and Joffrey are putting in work out here.
He tells us that he hid away the amulet in a secret room and we need to head over and check if it is still safe.
We need to go see if it is safe.
And of course it's
They've
gone.
taken it. The amulet of kings is gone. The
Why did we
enemy has
even
been
give it to
beaten
this guy?
to return.
But the good news is, with Martin being safe, he is the only person that can use the amulet. So with Joffrey, he tells us a place where we can keep Martin safe since we know the assassins are gonna come for her. He tells us of a place called Cloud Ruler Temple, which is a hidden fortress in the mountains used by the Blades, who are highly trained warriors. With Martin and Joffrey on our side, we head over to Cloud Ruler Temple, which has a beautiful view, where we meet up with the Blades and Martin gives us an amazing speech, giving everyone hope that he will be safe.
Your Highness, the Blades are at your command.
Why was that so
You will
awkward?
be safe here until you...
And for us, that means we will set out on a new journey to retrieve the amulet and save Tamriel. Now those were my first few hours playing the game, and I can honestly already say that it's an amazing game, with stunning world views, fun combat style, and plentiful amounts of quests and NPCs to meet. It's only inevitable that I will be putting plenty of hours into this game. So I would suggest giving it a try yourself, and if you're not familiar with the Elder Scrolls series, it's a great way to start. Now if you enjoyed the content, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts down below. I look forward to bringing you guys more similar fantastic content in the future. Oh, and if you like this video, be sure to check out other videos on my channel which have a similar vibe. Thank you for watching.